Hi, everybody. Welcome to IEP Basics, part two of our four-part series. A little bit about the voice you hear in the background. My name is Christine Vaccaro, and I am a family navigator with St. Louis ARC. I bring with me 10 years of professional experience and 20 years of personal experience in obtaining and maintaining successful IEPs. This is, like I said, part two of our four-part series. And we're going to talk about once those evaluations are completed, what comes next, and how to create your team. Okay, that evaluation is complete. Now what? It's been 60 days. You're going to have a meeting. But before that, as a parent, you need to do a little prep work. The first thing you want to do is build your team. What I mean by that is find people that know your child well. Could be a therapist, a relative, a friend, a coach, anyone who could give valuable input to your child's needs is somebody you can invite to come with you to IEP meetings. School will reach out and they'll schedule what's called a results meeting. In that meeting, they will go over every evaluation that was done, let you know where your child scored and what that means compared to other peers their age. Then they're going to determine eligibility, and I have a handout for that. So there are different categories you can qualify for an IEP in Missouri. The categories can include autism, deaf-blindness, deafness, emotional disturbance, hearing impairment, intellectual disability, multiple disabilities, orthopedic impairment, other health impairment, and sometimes there is where you'll put if your child struggles with maybe anxiety, ADHD, depression that affects their school day. Sometimes they'll put those things under other health impairment. They can have a specific learning disability, a speech or language impairment, traumatic brain injury, or visual impairment, even including blindness. Missouri also adds a 14th category, which is a young child with a developmental delay. And that's for our kiddos aged 3 through 5 who are having some developmental concerns but in delays, but haven't reached kindergarten age yet. And it's also important to note that a child can have a disability that does not affect them in school. And if that happens, they won't necessarily grant an IEP if it's not impeding your child's learning in the school day. Okay, so once we determine what category, if your child qualifies, they're going to have an implementation meeting. And basically, all that means is they're going to come together. Again, you are part of the team, bring whoever you want with you, and they're going to decide what is this IEP document going to look like. In this handout, it kind of is a guideline for what's going to happen at that meeting. So they're going to have the meeting, talks about who's going to participate. The purpose of the meeting, again, is to come together collaboratively and decide what supports need to be in place to meet your child's needs. You're going to discuss specific goals in each area that your child needs to improve on. Those are going to be measurable goals, special education related services. There might be modifications and accommodations given. You're also going to talk about how to address disagreements. Basically, how to have a facilitated IEP meeting if you need to, if, say, you and school don't see eye to eye. You can find official documents for like an IEP meeting agenda, a guide for parents, and more information about a facilitated IEP on the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education website. It's called DESE, DESE, and it's a wealth of information for you to look at. Okay, that concludes part two. Again, if you want copies of those handouts that I pulled up and showed, just shoot an email over to handoutrequest@slark.org. Or if you'd like Family Navigator to give you some support and maybe even attend an IEP meeting with you or just help you prepare for those meetings, you can contact us on our website, slark.org, about us, and then fill out the contact us form, and an intake specialist will get right to you and get you set up with a navigator.